Hey, it's me, Scythe7, and welcome to part 31 of my Library of Ruina walkthrough. We've got some abnormalities to kill, starting with the Price of Silence, on another filter for this game. You'll see why. Maybe there are more things we didn't get to see before. So this is referencing Price of Silence was a legacy abnormality for Lobotomy Corporation that they decided not to put in the game. I'm not sure why. A scythe? Clock? What does it mean? A price for silence? What is it trying to say? But flows cannot be stopped, isn't it? So this is why this is a filter for the game. It's because you're given 30 seconds to select combat pages before the combat phase starts. So the moment I press spacebar or I click to initiate combat here, I have 30 seconds to choose all of my cards to clash with this remnant of time. And then every scene, it spawns another remnant of time. So I'll have two. So this kind of also acts as a damage rush, where you have to kill these things before 4 of them spawn. Because the moment 4 of them spawn and then it tries to summon another one, all of your librarians will take HP damage. And then you have to kill 12 remnants within 12 scenes or use as a mass attack. And then you get a copy of Silence, which, if I remember correctly, you take like a bunch of damage and then the next scene you don't have the time limitation. So, pretty fun stuff. And then we have these Remnants of Time. So these copy the speed dice number, speed value, and resistances of a librarian. And then it plays the cards that librarian used in the next scene. So we'll see if we can spot it, but it's kind of hard to do within 30 seconds. So let's begin. We want page draw. That's an alright clash. That's not the best clash. You can see this clock is how you know that time's almost up. So it's copying my 5 and 4. So it's either going to be playing Will the Prescripts or whatever Tiff over here is using. But she also rolled 5 to 4. Oh, and each remnant of time gets a random buff at the start that either buffs their one-sided attacks or buffs power for clashes. So this one's gain +3 power in a clash, whereas this one's in a one-sided attack. Luckily we got that staggered. So now just have to deal with this. But this is power and clashes. So what I'd recommend for this is specifically trying to clash using block dice to try and mitigate some of the power or some of the damage you'll take. And another issue with this fight is just managing your light. Okay, so that's a good clash. Okay. We should get that kill. I wanted that to be Hokma's clash. Whoops. That's okay, we got one down. I guess lesson was don't waste your time. Okay, so you can see how many I've defeated so far. And then the time is counting down. This is one-sided attacks, and these are clashes. So this one took my 3 to 6, so it's probably gonna play her dice. What'd she use last turn? I don't remember. Oh, it just transpires. I'm not gonna be able to clash with that, so I'll just put damage here. And I'll try and stagger that one. Okay, got our cards out. Dude, I love this fight. It's so fun. Just like trying to think fast with this. Okay, we've got our blade unlocked, so I can start using castigation. Unfortunately, we're not really dealing a whole bunch of damage. Kinda need to pick up the pace on that. But I can play castigation. I think I had it. The only worry is one of the remnants of time copying it. So when I do play castigation, I'll try and play it against him because it has a better chance of staggering here. Look at that, we even had spare time that scene. This is easy. Okay, that didn't stagger, unfortunately. Some of my characters are getting a little low on stagger. Silence does not always let me finish the sentence. Fair enough. You can see now they're getting 3 dice because my characters are having 3. Right, one-sided, clashes, and clashes. Okay, so I can do good damage there. You want to get those blocks. Okay, that'll probably kill. Go for a stagger here. Okay, that time I didn't have enough time. He's not looking good on stagger at all. Silence and death are similar in nature. I suppose that's not wrong. A power, or no, one-sided clashes clash. I really have to worry about him getting staggered. So if I can, I want to try to use an evade dice to try and gain something back here. Okay, that should be enough to kill. Okay, I got most of what I wanted out, but there's one-sided. Okay, good stagger, good kill. Already read that. I just love how hectic this fight gets. You can also kind of utilize the autoplay, so pressing P. The only bad thing about that is sometimes autoplay will play that silence card, and you'll just end up losing a whole bunch of health for no reason. Okay. I have to prepare myself before starting each scene. The power and clashes, they're all gaining power and clashes, so I don't want him to clash at all. I want all of his attacks to be one-sided. I'll try and utilize, I mean, Tiss got a whole bunch of strength and slash power-ups, so I'll try to get clashes all on her. And I'll focus this one down since he's so close to getting staggered. I can probably get that right away when the scene starts. Okay, so 4. Okay, don't want to take this clash. Okay. Okay, a lot of that damage got mitigated. Castigation almost getting a stagger. Phew, I was in such a hurry, I'm out of breath. Okay, I've got that stagger. So now I can breathe easy and just a little bit. So again, power and clash. Taking down 5. We'll be able to take these 2 down pretty easy, but I'm not looking good on my stagger with anyone right now. Besides Hokma. I don't want that here. Okay, that should be enough to kill. So that will kill. I just need damage. Okay. Alright, gained some good stagger back there. If we can get him staggered too, then we're in a really good spot to win this. And on the first try. I know a lot of people struggle with this fight. I even took both of them down. Okay, so as long as we can just keep killing the one that comes in, I'll be a-okay here. Okay, this isn't one-sided, so we'll just make sure. They don't want to play any cards there. Alright. They don't want to play that. Okay, it looks like I accidentally let one-sided get through, but hopefully I can just flat out stagger before that clash even happens. Or the counter dice can just deal with it. I actually think it's really fun, kind of like fighting against your own builds and stuff. Actually, I kind of want to zoom in a little just to make going back and forth a little simpler. Okay. Fire castigation, we'll use that. Okay, that should be good. Okay, and this will be the last one. I have to kill this one this scene. And it gains power in a clash. Okay, so she's probably gonna get staggered here. So actually don't want to focus on using any of her dice or attacks. Ooh, look at that. Time to spare too. Okay, yeah, got staggered. That's kind of gonna suck because I need to output damage next scene, I think. Actually not sure how killing the Price of Silence works. I don't remember. I think it just gets staggered. Yep. Does it actually count down here? Oh, it does still count down. That's awesome. Obviously, we want to kill it in this scene so we don't have to repeat the whole thing over again. Which I think is what happens, but if you don't kill it, that is. But this should do it. Got it on my first try. Hell yes.
엔젤라, 홀로 많은 시간을 보냈군. 엘사부터 도서관까지.
Angela, you spent an immeasurable amount of time alone, from L-Corp to the library.
당신도 말이야.
So have you, Benjamin.
내가 벤자민과
Am I truly the same being that Benjamin was?
과거의 파편적인
You find the
기억을
inheritance
깰수
of
있는
fragmented memories from the
우리에게
past to
알고
carry
보니
sufficient meaning.
예전과 달리
You're quite a bit more incisive with your words than before.
신경의 변화라도 생겼어.
Did you have a change of heart by chance?
선생님을 빛으로
Having sent my great into your beacon away in the pillar of light, and having failed to give a proper closure to his ultimate plan, all I have left now is ferocity. The personality and characteristics of our previous selves still constitutes us. However, those are but molds we were cast in. That mold is now being filled with our everyday experience in this place.
내 반복을 너희가
I
앓다가
don't expect you to ever understand the loops I suffered. You surely remember the script and how we successfully concluded it, don't you?
그렇겠지.
Possibly so. After all, you were completing our memories and personalities through the books.
하지만 이곳에 남은 세피라는 세피라일 뿐.
Alas,
생전
the
그들이
Sephiroth residing here are Sephiroth, not their original selves.
아마 저마다 느낄 테지.
I assume they will all feel it in one way or another,
다른 사람.
as people that surely were their past selves, but feel as though they were different beings, or a dream.
엔젤라.
Angela,
로보토미
what has become of the other branches of Lobotomy Corporation?
폐쇄 절차를 받아
Probably sealed
지하
somewhere
어딘가에
underground
공유했겠지.
following the shutdown procedures.
그곳의 직원과
And what
환상.
became of the employees and abnormalities in those places?
어떻게든 살아남은
I suppose some
직원들이
survived somehow, though not everyone would have had that luck.
당장 네 욕망을 위해 모든 책임을
You let greed take over and abandon all your duties.
이 도서관도
The library is no different from L Corp.
운영하는
The
것만
fact that your way of managing this place is nearly identical to how it used to operate speaks volumes.
내가 땅 속에 처박혀
All I could do and learn for the last million years in that basement was to treat humans as expendables in all types of methods.
과연 선택할 수 있는 다른
There's no other
방법이
option for
있었을까?
me to choose, even if I wanted to.
그래서
Is that why you employ abnormalities and ego as well?
불안정한 감정을 증폭.
You direct the librarians to put on the shells of others' egos in order to amplify their unstable emotional state even further.
자기 발로 들어온 손님을
Do
응대할
I need to remind you that I only have them do that when they receive guests who also happen to enter voluntarily?
누구보다 과거에서 벗어나고 싶어.
You earnestly desire to escape from the past, yet you struggle to break free, much like me.
이용할 수 있는 걸
I'm just using the resources available to me.
너도 아인에게 이용당했으니
Since you were already exploited by Anne, it's only fair that I get to do the same.
그 사람은
He brought you lot back from death without consent and forced you to endure cycles of pain.
무대 위 그 사람을 위한
You were nothing more than
유명해지지
puppets to him, dancing on the stage as he liked.
그리고
I was
난
born
또한
from
무책임하게
more of his irresponsible actions too.
이 모든 걸
How can you just accept all of this as if it were nothing, Hokma?
받아들일 수 있느냐의 문제.
It's no longer a matter of whether or not his actions are acceptable.
받아들인가가.
I simply chose to accept it. I'm not one to judge my mentor's will.
멍청해.
That's
어떻게
idiotic.
그럴 수 있지?
How could you even do that?
넌
You're...
그냥
무엇을 망설이지?
Why do you hesitate?
됐어.
Forget it.
엔젤라.
It is possible because I have faith, Angela.
이 믿음이 있기에.
That faith has also what prompted me to give you a chance.
답답해.
This is frustrating.
너나 아인이나
Both you and Anne are completely insane. You have to be.
역시 넌
You're
벤자민이 아니야.
not the Benjamin I used to know.
벤자민은
Benjamin, he
적어도
was
벤자민.
the only person who cared enough to tell me it's okay, even though I'm not human.
그래.
You would be
여기
right.
네 앞에 있는
The one
건
who stands before you right now is
벤자민이
Hokma, not Benjamin.
그리고 엔젤라.
And yet, Angela,
네가 인간인지
I'm not so
아닌지
different from
중요하지 않다고
Benjamin,
생각해.
in that I do not believe your status of humanity is what matters.
책 정리나 마저 해.
Why don't you just go back to sorting books? Oh my gosh. But these are some fun cards. We can experience this all over again using this card, where you get 30 seconds to select pages before each scene, but all of your pages get power boost. So I don't actually recommend doing that. If you've seen like any of my other stuff, like I usually take my time choosing clashes and making sure everything's kind of perfect. So I don't really recommend doing this unless you want a challenge. But I guess all allies gaining 1 to 2 power is pretty good. Who knows, maybe. The 13th toll, every 13th page you play gains 1 to 2 power, and it gains on hit, deal bonus damage equal to the dice value percentage of the target's max HP. So this is basically like a giant nuke. This is good for killing bosses and stuff. Although I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend using Hokma's floor for boss fights. I guess it's kind of personal preference. And then Silence, you take 15% of max HP as damage, and everyone loses 5 speed. And you get an Amplify card, take 10% HP damage, and gain 5 speed. I don't think taking that damage is really worth it. Now we have a chit-chat. What's this fight? Blue star. I might just do blue star since I'm all equipped right now. Yeah, I can try and do blue star. But I took out forming storm. I don't know if I'll use that for this fight. Yeah, this is probably fine. Now let's see what blue star is. Here in the outside, there are fanatics everywhere. Sigh, it wasn't easy having to deal with it sucking up employees. If we don't stay sharp, we might be dragged in that place. Your faith in a certain thing is strong enough your mind will not sway for other temptations. Okay. What is this? I think this is another fire where you die if you get staggered, right? A character is staggered, kill them, and lose 10% of max HP. Okay, so to kill the actual blue star, you have to stagger these guys, and then they die. Alright. A worshiper dies from the effect of Into the Stars Embrace. All barbarians recover stagger resist, and all worshippers take stagger damage. And then vice versa, but for them, if one of my librarians gets hit by it. That's a mass attack. Dude, the music for this is intense, what the heck? Okay, so basically you just don't want to get staggered. You gotta do the staggering. These guys are taking a lot of stagger damage from pierce attacks. Okay, not a lot from slash attacks. Actually gonna have to look at their resistances. Are they all like that? Oh, they have different... Oh, okay. Okay, so these two are pierce. This one's blunt. She's getting a boost to blunt damage this turn, so... Don't really want to take this hit though. I don't want that paralysis to go off. I think that's better clash. And we'll just put some one-sided blunt damage there. Okay, so I'll let the counter dice clash with that. Even though it's not gonna do a lot. That's okay. Because those two should get staggered. I need to get slash damage here. I don't have a lot. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, not really. Okay, we got one staggered. Yeah, I like the models. Oh, it's gone quiet. This is the sound of a star. Mass summation on use, all allies recover 10 stagger resist. And on hit, changes stagger resistances to fatal for the next scene. It's a 2020 summation. I should be able to beat these. Oh, and they gain new cards too. Hear the sound of the star. 6-8 pierces, deal 3 stagger damage. Alright, here we go. Hey, no one got hit. But it did eat that one guy. I can't remember, I think they're... Oh, dude, you see their eyes lighting up? Oh, yeah, that looks really cool. And music's back. Oh, here's time. Should I do it? Don't think I should. I'll say I'm like half tempted to, just for the meme, but... Okay, and as you can see, we staggered 2 of them, so we took 800, or 200 damage. At least 100 damage per. Are these two both always pierce? Oh, they are. Okay. Dang, I should have someone try to stagger him. Okay. And silence, I'll probably never play these. Yeah, those guys got sucked into the star. So these are on play cards, so this just means the moment you click and play it, the effect automatically happens. Okay, so that should stagger. I don't have any good slash dice right now. It sucks because I'm also getting boosted here too. Now the sound of the stars happening. Hey, here's a new card. On hit, this character dies. Changes target stagger resistances to fatal for the next scene. I like that card art. That looks so cool. Okay, so it looks like both of them are playing that. And we have to worry about the summation. I can just castigation that. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. Well, almost won. What's cool is that sound effect is from Lobotomy Corporation. Man, I love this thing in Lobotomy Corporation. Such a fun abnormality. Once it broke out, you pretty much had to restart the day. Okay, so now I don't have a lot of light. But I just need to take down 2 more. This one's kind of close. I'm pretty confident this will stagger. Remember, his resistances all got changed to fatal because he took that hit. So ideally, you just would not clash with him. I'm kind of confident. I'll be taking some one-sided hits here, but I think that's okay. Yep, there's the stagger. Alright, so we just need to survive this turn. That'll stagger. I need to get more draw power into that deck. I think that should be the fight over. Okay, that was loud. That's the blue star down. I think this is the first time we got to hear the third trumpet music for this game.
생각보다 자주 얼굴을
You're making an appearance here more frequently than I had thought.
내가 오는 게
I expect you to enjoy my visits.
그건 편할 대로 생각해.
You're free to think whatever pleases you.
용건은
So, what is your business?
듣고 싶은 이야기가 있어.
There's something I'd like to hear, Hokma.
이 도서관의 관장이
Is it something the director of the library is unaware of?
무엇이지?
What would that be?
이곳에 대해
want you to tell me what you think of this place.
시답지 않은 조언이라도
Are you here
들어보면서
for insignificant advice?
내키지 않는다면
I won't press you if you don't feel like giving a response.
내가 볼 땐 이곳은
As seen from my eyes, this is a purgatory.
지옥이라고 생각하는
You don't
게
see it
아니라
as a plain hell.
초대장을 통해 이곳에 발을
The moment the
디딜
guests sign the invitation and step into this place, they are quantized and copied.
그들의 삶이
It is a
책으로
preparatory
펼쳐질
step for their
준비를
lives to
하는
be unraveled in the form of books.
하지만
Even if they meet their
이곳에서
demise
숨을
here, they do
다해도
not actually face death
그건
in a true
실제로 죽는
sense,
게 아니다.
이곳은
because this is akin to a virtual space where simulations take place.
잘 알고 있군.
You know it well.
그들의 기억과
They
지식을
merely
내놓지.
pass into eternal slumber, forfeiting their memories and knowledge.
안젤라,
Angela, what stops you
넌
from
왜
letting
그들을
them go?
놓아주지 않고 있나? 손님들의 목숨이
The
끊기지
fate of the
않아.
guests' lives has yet to be determined, and I presume it is because you are still hesitating.
그러게
I wonder
왜 놓아주지 못할까?
why I can't let them go, why I hesitate.
너를 포함한 모두
Our being is made up of the light, including myself.
그렇기에 도서관 밖으로 나갈 수 없고
That's why we are unable to leave the library. We simply cannot exist outside of this place.
그리고 난
And I
이
want to
제약을
break
풀고
this
싶어.
constraint.
이곳에 있는 모두가 다시
All of us here could be given a new life, or we could all perish. The outcome will be either one of the two.
극단적인 선택의 무게가
Have you ever thought that the weight of the two extremes are too burdensome to bear?
모르겠네.
I'm not sure.
그래도
Still, this is the
내가
path I
선택한
chose,
길이니까
so I decided to see the
끝까지
end of
나아가보기로
it.
했어.
무한한 공간에서
Is there any
헤매지
way
않는
to navigate this infinite space without getting lost?
의미 있는 책은 어디에
Where are the
있는가?
books that hold significance? Where is the book that I need the most?
과연
Is that book truly what I need? Does it exist at all?
존재는 하는가? 이 막막한 삶의
In this vast void of life, the only compass one can rely on is faith.
믿음이 없다면
Without faith,
길이 있어도
you cannot
앞으로
proceed,
나아갈 수 없지.
even if there is a way,
당장 그 길이
because you don't know
어떤
what
위험성을
dangers might be
품고
lurking in it.
있는지 알 수 없어.
그래
Indeed, and every
그리고
person
모두가
seeks their
찾아
own
헤매는
version of the single perfect
어딘가에
book.
있을 자신을
that must
위한
exist
단
somewhere.
하나의 책. 네 믿음은 여전히 굳건한가?
Is your faith in it still adamant?
아마도
Maybe.
처음과는 달리
You lack certainty,
왜
unlike when you
확신하지
first
못하지?
began the journey. Why is that?
글쎄.
I don't know. I'm not even sure if I really know myself anymore.
호크마,
Do you believe it
넌
exists,
정말
Hokma?
존재한다고 믿어?
내 의견은 중요치
My opinion is not relevant.
그렇겠지.
I suppose not.
않아. 엔젤라,
Angela, the essence of religion is faith.
단 하나의 책은
That
믿음이
one
있기에
book
존재할
can
수 있는
exist
거야.
because of the strong faith that it exists.
믿음이 무너질 때
When that faith
도서관도
crumbles,
함께
so
무너져.
too shall the library.
믿기에 존재할
It
수
exists
있다고?
because I believe so?
종교에서 믿음의
It is
깊이는
evident that the extent of faith
개인마다
differs
다른
on an
종류다.
individual basis.
누가 뭐래도
For
광인에게
instance,
그
a
믿음은
lunatic's faith
진실이지.
will always be true to them,
있다고 믿는
no
게
matter
아니라
what anyone
믿기에
else may
존재하는
say. It's not that one believes in the existence of something, the belief is what brings it into existence.
그리고 그 믿음이 깨질 때 대부분 영혼의
And when
수가
one's faith is
떨어져.
broken, their soul expires in most cases.
누군가가 믿어주지 않아
Things that have lost their reason to
존재 이유가
exist because
없어지는
people no longer believe in them
사라질
shall disappear.
하지만 엔젤라,
You,
넌
however,
아직 숨이
remain
끊어지지
strong.
않았다. 나처럼 아이씨를
You believed
믿었다가
in Sir Ian
배신당했지만
just like I did.
오히려
And even when your
새롭게
faith was
자신의
betrayed,
발로
you sought to
걸어가려고
start anew on your own 2 feet.
하지. 넌 어쩌면
Perhaps your wish
자신과
wasn't
같은
limited
처지에
to freeing
있어서
yourself.
그리고
You may
환상체
have want all of us,
만들어진
librarians and
무대가
even
아니라
abnormalities,
주체로서
to lead their
삶의
own
세계관을
lives rather than
주도하게
bind themselves to a role on an artificial stage,
카르멘이나 아인 그
so that they can
누구에게도
live
삶을
in true
맡기지
independence.
않고 자신의 발로 살 수 있도록.
Sorry about that. So that they can live in true independence without putting their lives in the hands of Carmen, Ian, or anyone else.
이제 와서 사람 좋은 소리를 하는 거야?
You're being gracious towards me after all that's happened?
받아들이기 나름이지.
It's up to you to interpret it.
정말 아이러니.
Ironic, is it not? Sir Ian and I irresponsibly created you and gave you life. And now you are irresponsibly trying to give life into our hands.
말은 그렇게 하면서
Say what you want, but you're still going to stop me.
그건 네 선택에 달렸지.
It depends on your decision.
그때까지는 널
Until
믿을
then,
거고.
I shall trust you and wait patiently.
난 가볼게.
I'll be going now. Got more cards. So bonus stagger damage with attacks, but take damage after attacks. This could be okay. I don't really use Hokma's floor too much. I think there's just better floors with better abnormality pages and stuff. If any character is staggered at the start of the scene, they take 3 to 7 damage, and all allies gain 1 strength for the scene. But multiple staggers don't do the same. This is kind of important to realize. It's any character is staggered, so that could include your own characters. A nostalgic sound. This is kind of cool. All allies deal 2 to 4 stagger damage for this scene. The effect of this page activates every 3 scenes afterwards, just like the abnormality fight. I guess we'll go ahead and do the chit-chat.
홀로 취해서는 무슨 생각을 그리 골똘히합니까?
What could you be musing on, intoxicated all by your lonesome?
이야기를 나눌 마음.
You don't seem to be in the mood for conversation.
곱게 대할 생각이
I don't really feel like
들지는
treating you
않네요.
nicely.
혼자만의 시간을 방해해서 화가 나신 겁니까?
Are you upset about your alone time being interfered?
과거에 묶여 있는 겁니까?
Or is it the shackles of the past that bind you?
둘 다겠죠.
Both, I guess. I just like both.
지금이나 그때나
I'm denied something of my own, then and now.
막혔다는 점이요. 그래도
But I do enjoy having drinks with others sometimes,
상대가
on the premise that I am not among those others.
아예 싫다는 건 아니에요.
I'm just saying that I'm not totally against it.
그럴 것 같지는 않지만
I don't think you'll bite, but let me ask out of courtesy, want to have a drink?
건가요?
알면서도 묻습니까?
Did you know what my answer would be?
당신의 생각대로
As you suspected, I don't quite feel like having a beverage.
그럼
What are you here for then? There's nothing else to see here.
인사를 하러 돌아다니는 중이었다고 하죠.
Let's say that I've been visiting others to introduce myself.
전과는 다르네요.
You're not like before.
모두 변하는 만큼.
Perhaps I'm experiencing changes, as nobody is ever truly immutable.
그래.
Yes, speaking of, it would seem that most of the patron librarians have collected their thoughts and made up their minds.
당신은 어떻습니까?
What about you?
아직 모르겠어요.
I don't know yet.
생각을 확실히
I'm scared of
하는 게
decidedly setting my mind on something too.
만약
What I chose turns out to be an untruthful answer. I wouldn't know what to do.
어떻게 해야 할지도 모르겠고요.
어떻게 옳은 길만 선택할 수
No man can
있겠습니까?
choose the right path at all
자신이
times.
가는 길이
One
옳다고
only has to
생각하고
believe that the path they are taking is the right one.
진실이란 그렇습니다.
Such is the nature of truth. It is akin to faith.
직접 선택한 길,
The paths you have chosen, where you stand at the moment,
직접
all that
보고
you've seen,
만지고
heard,
들은
and
모든
touched for
게
yourself constitute the road to truth.
자신이
You
진실을
need to carry the
향하는
faith
믿음이
that
있어요.
you're headed for truth.
잘 모르겠지만
Thanks for the nice words.
위로는 고마워요.
Whatever that was about.
하지만 뭐라는지도
What you're
모르겠고
saying is all too hard for me to wrap my head around. It's always been.
당신은 정하셨나요?
Did you make up your mind at least?
글쎄요.
Maybe so, maybe
모두의
no.
의견이 정해지는 날에 이야기할 수
For adventure, I will express my thoughts when everyone has formed an opinion.
있겠죠. 더 당신의 시간을
I suppose I
낭비하게 할 수는
shouldn't
없겠네요.
waste any more of your time. It was a short yet enjoyable conversation. Yeah, Hokma's just a deep old wise guy, huh? Let's see, we got 2 more abnormalities to do, and I'll do those in the next one. I'll see you then. Peace.